starting. Catches it inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Fires to the big fella. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
To the air on first down. Finds his tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. That last completion sets them up on second down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient, fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Wants to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Coleman. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Dropping back, it's Mayava. The quick out. There he goes. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. He is dealing on this drive, completed all 5 throws, and now they have first and goal.
Yeah, and who needs balance when you got a guy like this? You trust him, getting the ball back in the pocket. The ball's coming out, spreading it around the field. Nice decision-making. This drive had...
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee.
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the move from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Makes the catch. It's Humphries. Open space at the 25. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
Throws to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Humphries. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger, and that is swagger well earned after that one.
You go outside and you make plays. Like, listen, you have swag, you have confidence, and you usually get a little bit loud recently. Like, listen, feed me the rock. So many great LSU receivers in the past, and it's because of that swag.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Knight. Pressure coming. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on 4th down. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
At the end of the quarter, guys, it's Middle Tennessee on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Quick completion on the out. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Offense getting set for 1st down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Quick completion on the out route. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Sherrill. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. And this is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
Trying to beat the D deep. Picked off. something out of that return, and they'll have it first down at the 39.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball.
The Gators will kick it away to start us off. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They've got the big fellas out there. A three tight end look on 1st and 10. Offense changing the play. Scanning the field. It's Mayava. Quickly complete. Breaks into the open. 30. Past the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tulsa.
That is how you start a football game. My guy's really fast, really good. I'm going to feature him, give him the football, and he will do the rest. One play, one superstar, one touchdown.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Under fire. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
This is not an ideal start. start for this offense. Your defense already gave up points on the first drive. This is your first opportunity, and you're not doing the most important thing, protecting your quarterback. Already 2 sacks on the day.
Throws for the tight end. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Golden Hurricane. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
White going to attack through the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Looking down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forced it.
He's got it in more than enough for a 1st down. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Down to the 48-yard line as he takes it away and takes it back to set up his offense.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
That's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Wants to adjust the pattern. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quickly to the tight end. Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards, and they'll move the sticks.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. They're really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
To the air, it's Mayava. Quarterback floating away from pressure. On the move to the right, looking for a big one. kickoff, and we'll get this game started. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hardy. Smacks him with the stiff arm. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Offense bringing in the big boys. Heavy personnel. Using his legs, it's Hobbs. Powers through the defender. They open the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
I think a trait of a running back that you really look for is a guy that can bust tackles. Man, a guy that can make something out of nothing when it's not there. And just a really good job breaking the tackle, continuing to keep the play alive, and never quit.
The Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game the offense was really going to try and set the tone by being physical and running the football. And here we are, first drive, 3rd down. They're able to get it by a lot. That is good news if you're this offense.
After run, now throw. Quarterback adapting. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Wilson. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping on the big play.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving it right down the field. You just run to set yourself up now in 1st and goal. They are feeling it.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, no!
And how about the wheels for the QB? You can tell, man, he can roll, and they're going to use him. This is just the first drive. You see him going for the touchdown. I imagine we'll see more of that guy running the football with that kind of speed.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. From the shotgun, the inside give. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got a man. It's Williams. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Making side adjustments here. To the air, it's Mayava. The throw to the outside is complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That looks like a real simple play by the wide receiver, but give him a ton of credit. That was an excellent route. He never telegraphed that he was breaking to the outside. Kept his eyes downfield, so when he cuts, he's able to get maximum separation from the defender, and that's why that play is successful.
Looking to throw on first down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously so he's outside the tackle box, as he knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open.
Turning it on. Touchdown, Tulsa. He got a step and just dusted the field. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. On the run, it's Tomlinson. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Using his feet. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the first quarter. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. First play of the period will be a second down. To throw, it's Sellers. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
They'll have to do a better job of protection this time after that third down sack set him back, but they'll go for it here. He wants to take the top off. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. The Seminoles look to keep this drive humming. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Grab behind the line. It's Gonzalez. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
It's so difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's blocking run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Breaks the tackle. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
The Noles have it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Caught over the middle, it's Gonzalez. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Or will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. He got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Trying to seal the edge on the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case in there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
The give to the tailback. Oh, he's got some space. Rams him with the stiff arm. An explosive run, and he gets it all the way up to the 50-yard line before going out of bounds. The Golden Hurricane, after that explosive run, back to the line. He wants to change this route. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Unloads to the wideout. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Tulsa in a tough spot here on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback in his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Wants to fire on second down. Rushes on him. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. Not only brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And that is elite third down defense. First of all, you get him in third and long, and then you look to the go-to guy, Jesse. I am committing my resources to him because I know he's a freak, and I know you as a quarterback, you're trying to find that dude.
Yeah, and it's hard, 3rd in California, to convert that. Doesn't matter how good your receiver is, and this dude's obviously one of the best in the country. But the defense, they were all over it, they were ready for it, and they get the big pick.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Wants to throw. It's Mayava. He gave him time to react, and he almost pulled off the interception. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. He's going to run it. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Grab near the marker. It's Coleman. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. Just about set to get this 2nd half underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the 2nd. There he goes. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the 2nd level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Looking to pass. It's Mayava. Makes the grab.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. He makes a grab. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
And as a quarterback, that's what you want to do on these deep go-route type throws. You want to put a lot of air under it so your guy can turn around, locate it, and then make the catch.
Yeah, and that's so hard to stop. I mean, I'm running full speed down the field with a guy that's this fast, and I don't know where the ball is and when it's coming out, and trying to make a play on it is extremely difficult.
And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to Pater. They've moved him forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to pound their way in. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped edges short. Tulsa wasting no time. Trying to run it in. Touchdown, Golden Hurricane. And that one will give him the lead.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
On the ground, it's Tomlinson. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. And the Seminoles, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. To the ground, he's got it again. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The play-action fake. Caught near the sticks. It's Robinson. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
It's so important to know where you are on the field. Great job, great hands, great awareness. Make sure you get that grab, possess the ball, and get that foot in bounds.
The Seminoles with the 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Oh, they're after him. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised. And initially, he's flushed out of the pocket. Nothing's open. And he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this play. Wants to go up top on first down. The short hands, it's Coleman. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Second down, he'll throw it. Grab near the marker is Coleman. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Looking for room. It's Coleman. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great team defense on that one play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones. D linemen staying in their gaps. Linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. He might want another play. To the air, it's Miami. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Time is their enemy. It's running out on them. Down 4, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Got it! Touchdown, Tulsa! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
And he puts it down the middle, and the lead is 3 here in the final period. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. You're having to be aggressive. You're now going to have to start taking chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. 3-point lead, put together a great drive here, Jesse. You can turn it into a 2-possession game.
Let's do that. Let's get it.
Turning it on. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touch.